Hi guys, and welcome back to Koi Fish Johnny again. Sun's out, looking beautiful, not as warm as it looks, but very nice. So I've decided to get rid of this today, the insulation boards, even though that one's fallen out again. But it's about time to get rid of that, and I'll show you what's behind it, as there's a bit of an algae build up, little bits that are involved in the maintenance of a window that aren't involved in a normal, like if that was blocked up, you wouldn't have to do this maintenance. It's not hard, it's not difficult, no one complains about doing it, but needless to say, it's just one of those little extra things that you've got to do when you've got pond windows, and I've got two. Plus we're going to do some other bits and bats, like I've set up a little bit here. It's just a basic spring cleaning. So you can see there, I got the iron out from the wife to get rid of that stain, which I'll show you in a minute when I flip the camera around. That is a brilliant bit of kit for windows. I mean, any window. I mean, some people might know what that is. It looks like a standard cloth. It's not standard cloth, because it's absolutely amazing for cleaning windows. Like the bifolding doors are just a lot easier to clean. The windows in the house, everywhere, is just so much better, because when I've cleaned windows in the past, I'm always leaving streaks. There's always like lines down it, bits around the side and all sorts. But this little fella, this here, from B&M Bargains, is about £3 for about 10 of them, I think, or something like that. Something like that. I'll have to ask the wife, because I don't know. But yeah, absolute magic. It was actually a present from my mother-in-law. I laughed at her when she was writing me, but I don't laugh anymore. Yeah, so what we'll do also is we'll head round the back and do a quick filter change, show you the algae that's building up now, even though it was done when I did even though I did a drop in the filter when I did the UV light, which was 3 days ago. We'll just see the amount that's picked up there, even though it's only like 12 degrees and the pond temperature is sitting there at 9.4. There's my little pond gauge. In fact, I'll whip you around. Look at that, that's my landing net that someone took the mick out of, saying it's too small, but let me show you it extends. Anyway, I'll flip you around, guys, and show you. So here we go with the spring cleaning. It is midday, so the fish are all down, chilling at the bottom. Let's have a quick gander. There they are. They're starting to come around, but during the middle of the afternoon, late afternoon, they'll be belting it around, them lads. In fact, one thing that we'll do is increase the pond speed, the pump speed as well while we're here. In fact, we'll whip around in a minute, do that. So we're going to be getting rid of this today. Sorry about the knees again. Need some cod liver oil. We're going to be spraying this on there to get rid of that. This is an e-cloth. I don't know if anyone knows about them, but for cleaning windows, when you clean them with that, you just wet it, wipe it over, leave tiny little bubbles, but then bubbles evaporate and you end up with no streaks at all. E-cloth, it's called. Ours is from B&M Bargains. That's my cup that my wife bought me to lure me into a false sense of security. That's Lucasade, because I'm not feeling great at the minute, but I'm dedicated to the core. Right, let's head round. Let's get these off and see what we're talking about. In fact, you can see there to start with, the algae is showing through. Quickly remove these. Like I say, it's not a difficult job. Okay, so remove the blocks. This is going to make a massive difference, I think. Well, it does, I know, because that view doesn't look that special, or even from here, in both windows. But when I pop them out of there, honestly, and clean the window, it is beautiful. So let's go and take them off. Just gonna fling them behind me for the time being. There we go. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, look at this. On the knees again. Look at that. So I'm gonna be giving that a bit of a clean up. Obviously, I don't think it's coming through on camera that well, but you can see like that. Look, little stringy bits of algae there collecting. So that's a sure sign that the string algae is going to be ruthless if I don't get on top of that within the next couple of days, and I will be watching that. Look at that. So this is just like the normal algae. It's always good to have. It's sort of, I was told it's a good sign of a healthy pond is a little bit of an algae build up on the side, but obviously not too much, or else it'll go pea soup green. But that is literally, I'm pretty damn sure that is just string algae starting out, and that will multiply so fast, faster than rats, and it'll just coat the whole thing soon, and if you don't get on top of it, like I said, with that Resolve stuff that I've got is amazing. I tried about 5 or 6 maybe, and come back to the original one, which was recommended by Dave. You can see here, it's just the dirt and stuff. I'll clean off in a minute. I'm not going to record that. No one wants to see me cleaning a stainless steel window. Maybe polishing it, maybe getting the iron out probably. The top surface is still not cleaned. This is my little net, because when you've got a skimmer like this, I could just fed them a little bit ago. You just get the little bits in here. Saves you trying to handball it, and you have them out within seconds rather than messing around. So that's that done. I'm going to keep this tarpaulin cover on here, so let's take the brick off. Let's go for it. Like I said, it was done 3 days ago, I think it was, or maybe 4 days ago I did this, so it shouldn't be that bad. You can see there right down to the bottom, there's bits of poop down there waiting to go, a leaf. So what we're going to do now is kill the pump, turn off this to isolate that part, put in the sheet, which normally means that the water flow, you get a push up against it, see, it's gone down until it settles. Then we get the part that goes in the middle, pop it in. Bear in mind, right before I kick this up, it's spring, so it is quite interesting. 3 days ago it went, I'm expecting quite a bit of green out of it, not too much, but I was shocked the other day. So one locked off, it's the outside chamber, one on full steam. I always give that a little wiggle, just because the guy that installed it told me to. I think it does help. And then you can see, look at that, that's the algae, look at it kicking out. It's that water that was super clear before, now it's like not clear, is it? Look at that, absolutely amazing. Anyway, what you're supposed to do with that is leave it like 5 minutes. So I'll come back to that in 5 minutes. So in the meantime, this is a good time to do some stuff. I am going to increase the pump speed on this up to 30. It's set at 20, I'm going to go to 30, maybe 35. I've kept this at 15, just because when I was watching the videos from Evolution Aqua about the UV light, but what he said is it needs a lot of time, not a lot of time, but an adequate amount of time for the water to be burnt on the UV light there at the back for the 55, but nobody says like what the pump speed should be. So I've got a vary pump, so it can go up and down. I've got it set at 15, which is rather slow, so I'd like, if Evolution Aqua watch this, which they are subscribed to my channel, to let me know what is the optimal speed to set your vary pump at, so the water has the right amount of time on the UV light to burn it all and make sure it's skimming properly. Okay, so let's go back round. There, look at that. It's mad, isn't it? All bubbling around like that, and then before it was just clear. It's amazing how much it holds. Right, let's go back round. I'll go back. What's beautiful about this part is, because you've got no bubbles, aeration, you can actually see the fish more. So let's walk across there. Bad reflections, never mind. Let's go for this. So this is just a standard cloth. Let's get it on top of that. Let's give it a squirt. Right, so I think I've squirted that enough just to sit on top of that. I hope this works. I never used it before. It says let it sit for like 30 seconds to 40 seconds. So in the meantime, I'll get my window cleaner from the other side out. That is the cloth I use for the inside of the window, so on this side, because that is soaked in pond water, hasn't got any like chemicals or anything on it. I just keep it completely out of the way. So that does the inside, the e-cloth does the outside, and then my neighbours give me some stuff to pop on here for polishing Harley Davidsons, to make this nice and shiny in the future. Oh, I have got a quick question. When the guy put this in, obviously he didn't remove all this stuff, this black stuff, and it is murder to get off. If anyone has got any recommendations on how to remove this as easily as possible without damaging the seal, please let me know, as it'd be greatly appreciated. Okay, so I don't know why I stopped recording then, but I did. Back to the iron and the rust. This has been sat in there for 30 seconds, maybe a little bit longer. Well, it is a little bit longer. Let's give it a rub. Oh, aye. Look at that. She wasn't joking. Straight out. Give it a bit of elbow grease, bit of pushing. What do you reckon of that? I really didn't expect that to come up as easy as that. We'll clean that down, but whew. Oh, sugar. Right, so great, I've just scratched it because there's a little stone in, so got too enthusiastic there. So yeah, when you do clean this, try not to get stones in your cloth or else you'll scratch it. Okay guys, back to the pump. It's been about 5 minutes now. Let's see how much green and dirt has come out of the pond. Wow. Not super bad, considering the temperature is like 12 degrees at its peak during the day. The water temperature is at like 9.5, raising to 10. That's quite dirty. So let's get the... There we go. Sorry, sometimes that can be a bit difficult. There you go, it's going to go through there, around there, into my drain. This can be quite therapeutic, this part. You can see the water dropping. I do have a ball valve on there, the bottom. I just can't be bothered going all the way down to the bottom of the Nexus to do it, so I'll pop that in. It's a bit easier. It does leak a little bit around the edges, but not enough to be bothered. You can see this thing in the middle, holding the water, the bung. So that's holding the water up as the water drops, to make sure this chamber with all the poop in it and algae is dropping right. See right up there, little trickles, but sometimes when you do that, well, it's just made it worse. Wonderful. Anyway, the water, you hear the air change that, then that means the air has gone past the bottom there. I could do with jet washing this down a little bit, or not jet washing it, but just I use a bog brush and I push it all down. So you can hear the air has changed because it's past that cylinder where it's been pushing everything out. So turn this. This is the tricky part. This part on the variac, because I have it split between here and the pump in the middle. Getting this set perfect is really difficult because, as you can see at the minute, that is too much air to the pond. So we need to just gently, like you're talking 0.5 millimetre, turns to lower it down. I'm happy with that. You won't be able to see. I don't think it'll bring it up that well, but that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. You can see there now, all gone. Everything's gone. All down the drain. So that's locked off. Again, back into here. Open the chamber. Rock and roll. Sometimes you see bits coming up. As I say that, nothing's happened. What you got to keep an eye on here though is that your water level doesn't drop too low for the skimmer. Because if it goes below the skimmer, the vents, then the skimmer won't be doing its job and there won't be any water in there, and then you just get air and UV light. It becomes a big drama. Oh, you can see all fragments that have just come through off that drag. See it? Jeez. Oh, that's not good. That big part that's just... Oh. Right, so now you pop this out. So 1 gone, 2 gone, 3, turn back on, put the pump on. Said we was going to move the pump up from 20%. It's a vary pump. to 30. Actually, we'll go 34. Yeah, 34. So 34% for the vary pump, and that should spin it all round quite nicely. Okay guys, so now you can see all the algae and the string algae on the side. I'm going to come into frame and clean. I had to take the top off, so because my arms are going to get wet. So not completely off though, so don't worry. Some cloth for cleaning. What you do, no chemicals on it, just a little wipe. Try and be as thorough and concentrate as much as you can on like getting rid of especially the sticky green algae. Water is not warm. Okay, I don't know how the fish are dealing with this. My hand is not enjoying this, my arm. So as we go, yeah, probably sit down. I'll probably sit down. This water is not warm. You can see there, all the algae is just coming off. So you just got to be as thorough as you can. Oh God, this water. It's at 9.5 degrees, bloody hell, it feels like it's -10. Not sure how this video is going to come out, this part of the video, but I might just cut it down. So I'm pretty sure that no one wants to watch me, or anyone, cleaning a window. So from my angle, I'm going to do it again later, but from my angle, shall I get right down there, everything there, a little bit missed there, everything's looking good. Okay guys, now I'm going to clean off the outside of it. Now I've got the top back on. So with that, it's just all the mud in it, you know what I mean, where that's been stood. So you can see there, I'm not going to use the e-cloth for this because it would just be a waste. You can see there, all that dirt and muck and stuff. Make it look a lot better cleaning this. Okay, what we're going to do, dip her in here, or get your e-cloth wet, not soaking wet, just damp, and then give it a little wipe. This is as easy as it is. Oh, I missed this window. So there we are, guys. The magic of the cloth. There might be a few little bobbles on it, which there aren't for some reason. It just goes smear free. The e-cloth, a must have. Okay guys, so that's the end of the video. Look at that. Looking good. She looks so much better with a window open. And the sun blazing, it's absolutely amazing. Yeah, so all in all, I think that was a good trip. Just a nice little spring clean. Just a little look around. As I said, the iron out works quite well. I didn't extend that landing net, which I'm not going to do now. I did record the cleaning of this window, but I'm not sure whether I'll include that in the video. It's probably going to be a bit boring. But nonetheless, you can see the results. It's amazing. It looks amazing to have it open, have it ready, and have it heating up. The pond's gone up 0.2 degrees in the past hour. The amazing amount of green algae that came out in the Nexus, which speeded up the pond, the variables on the pond the pond vortex now. We've gone from 20 to 34. We've got that question for Evolution Aqua on what is the optimal varied pump speed to adjust to for the skimmer, for the water going through, as I'm thinking if it can go faster, that's more of the green burnt. If it needs to go slower, that's going to be really slow. It's set at 12% at the minute. I'm reckoning it's going to be about 25 optimal, but I'd love Evolution Aqua to let me know, or anyone that has got any experience with the UV 55 and the variable speed. So yeah, all in all guys, absolutely made up that irons out everything. So please like, please subscribe. Thank you for the support. I've got, over the past 3 days, gained like 30 subscribers, so nice one. Thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying the content, and take care.